Hey guys, how's it going? So in today's video, I'm looking down on my phone so I can give you guys a description. Today's video, I am going to do a wear test and first impressions all in one-ish of the of the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation. Now, I know you guys have probably seen videos on these. I know you guys have probably seen video on this foundation already, so I'm not going to try to read too much into all the description that is giving me here, and I'm just going to list the basics and what I want this foundation to do. As far as my skin, I have oily skin, I have pores, like I have extreme oily skin, so I have like medium sized to large pores, and my skin is a tiny bit textured, so I'm going to be looking for this foundation to not enhance any of that. And I have a couple of dry patches like right here and on my nose, and we'll see if that emphasizes it. So the coverage is medium to full. Skin type is saying basically for all skin types. It is a natural finish, and it says a foundation with up to 16 hours of lightweight, natural, fade resistant wear. I will be definitely checking to make sure that this is fade resistant. Like, featuring full powered radiance to smooth the look of skin. Blah 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 blah. This transfer resistant, sweat resistant formula stays color true all day and continues to look fresh and vibrant as if it was just applied. Now, that's all I'm really gonna say about that, because everything else is just extra. So normally I would never try anything that says radiant. I would never do it. But I've swatched it and it didn't seem like it had a lot of luminosity to it, and being that it's a natural finish, I just want to see what it's gonna be like. So I don't know, I can't see that far. I don't know if you guys can tell, I already have my concealer on. So here I have two shades, and I have samples because I don't ever buy foundations unless I'm completely sure I like it. I'm sure I've done it in the past, but now I always make sure to get samples to make sure it's something that I like. I like the way it wears on me, and when I get a sample of it, I wear it all week to see if it's something that's compatible with my skin and if I love it, and if it just depends on what primer I use on my skin. So I have Iguaku, which I think would be the shade for me after I swatched it, and I have Nambia. Yes, so Nambia on the website is described as, you know, deep with red undertones, and even when I swatched that, I knew that. And Iguaku is described as deep with olive undertones. I don't have olive undertones, and I don't have red undertones. My undertone is neutral. Now, the next neutral shade is like Zambia or Zambi, and I tried, it's the last shade that they have in the store, and I swatched it on me. It was too dark and it looked a little muddy. Excuse me. It looked a little muddy, so I'm not going to be using that. So usually I would color correct, but I want to see how this foundation holds up. I wanted to use both, but I'm just gonna go with the safer bet, which is Iguaku. And honestly, I hope I am saying that correctly, because if not, that would be a shame. So I am just going to, I've already added primer, I've already done majority, because I'm only doing this foundation review and I didn't want to have to do everything else on camera. So, and I have my birthmark here, and I'm looking to see if that will fully cover that also. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this mirror to see. I really enjoyed how easy this was to blend into my skin. I think this is the perfect shade for me. I'm glad I did not decide to go in with Nambia, but because I have neutral undertones, I don't know how that is olive undertones, but whatever. This foundation seems to work for my complexion right now, so that's what I'm gonna go with. So I'm gonna go finish the rest of my face, and I'll come back on camera. I'll show you guys what time it is, and I am going to make sure I do 1, a flash test, 2, I'm gonna take a picture in natural lighting, or I'll do maybe a video in natural lighting outside, not just like from my window, but I will go outside and take a picture so you guys can see what it looks like in this light that I'm under, flash test, and a natural daylight outside. Even though what you guys are seeing in camera right now, my camera setting is to daylight, but I want to make sure it's natural daylight outside. So I will finish my face, and yeah. Okay guys, so I am done with all of my makeup. This is as much as I'm gonna do. I do have quite a long day. So right now, if you guys see, it is 11:11. Did you guys see that? Yeah, 11:11. So I am going to brunch. So I'm gonna be eating. I'm gonna be doing, you know, my lips are really not gonna move. This is like a liquid lipstick. I know it doesn't really budge like that. Already though, I haven't even left the house yet, and I see the radiance in the foundation, and no, like the fact that I haven't left the house yet and I see, like, I don't want to be disappointed or be discouraged yet, because it could just stay radiant and not make me oily, or like I shouldn't see oil right now. It hasn't even been like 15 minutes yet. So hopefully I have a good day with this foundation, and if I can, I will try to check in periodically, but if not, I'm just going to tell you guys how it wore, and you guys will see that on my skin when I come back on camera. I mentioned earlier the pictures I'll take outside and all that stuff. I will say everything I applied on top of the foundation I do like. I like the way it sits on the foundation, or it melts into the foundation, should I say. It didn't give me a hard time blending anything out on top of it, like my highlighter, my blush. So I'm happy about that. And I feel like there was something else I wanted to say, but I don't remember. So I'm gonna go. And oh, I remember. I will let you guys know. It will obviously be at the end, or when I come back, I will let you guys know if I had to blot, how many times I had to blot. I'm gonna take my Fenty Invisimatte, I think that's what it's called, and my little travel brush, and take it with me, and if I need it, I'll use it, and I'll let you guys know. And if not, we'll just see how this does. So see you guys soon. So this is what my face looks like after all this time. Right now it is 7:33, and the last time I checked, I said it was 11:11, so I've had it on for roughly about, what, 7 hours. So So for me personally, I would not purchase this foundation. It has me looking oilier than I would like to look. It is a radiant foundation, so it's to be expected. I did have foundation down my neck. I hope that's showing up on camera, but with my winter jacket, and it was really cold outside today, it did take it off. It's not on my neck anymore. My other foundations don't do that. They still stay put. Like, it rubs off a little bit, but it's still, you can see that my neck is covered up in foundation. So this for me is not transfer proof, but it is, I like the coverage of it. If you are in a hunt for foundation, especially if you have dry combo skin, I think you really enjoy this foundation, especially, like I said, if you're on the hunt for foundation, or if you just want a new foundation or want to try something else, something new. But I don't like the way this has me looking because it's very radiant. Now, if I were to use a stronger mattifying primer, or if I powdered my face before, I'm sure I will probably like this foundation a little more. So like I said, I like it now, but it's just not something that I would go out and purchase. I did not mattify throughout the whole day at all whatsoever. So I would probably say this started looking, maybe I started looking a little oily maybe an hour or two ago, if that, because I kept checking on my phone and in the mirror to see, and it was still, I didn't need to mattify my skin or anything like that. But I noticed if I were to go from, if I were to stay out longer and I had other things to do, I don't think I would like the way this foundation will continue to get oily on me. So it is, I would say, I would give it a fair shot and say it's a good foundation. It also did not oxidize on my face. I didn't see it change color. I noticed from when I put it on, when it dried down, that's still what it looks like now, except I just have a little shine. And I remember mentioning earlier that everything I layered on it with my blush and my highlight and stuff like that, it went on really well with this foundation. I didn't get any streaking. I didn't get any dry patches, or it didn't cling on to any of my dry patches that I do have. So if you were on a hunt for foundation, I think you'll really enjoy this one. And that's basically it. Don't mind my eye. I was trying on the new eyeshadow primer, and obviously it sucks because my eyeshadow is creasing. But if you guys enjoy this types of videos, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you like my content so far. Another thing that I forgot to mention really quickly, hopefully you guys can see, so I had glasses on, and as I'm looking in this mirror, I had it on for a while, and I don't know if it's because it wasn't pushed on my face enough. It didn't really leave too much of a line of demarcation, so that's also something to consider if you wear glasses. But I noticed, like, you can see it, but I barely had it touching my cheeks, and I always have this problem when I have makeup on and glasses because I have really high cheekbones. It's like there's nothing I can do about it. When I put my glasses on, it usually erases. Like when I use a foundation, oh my god, I feel like I can't speak, sorry. When I use a foundation that is like not full coverage, I notice that when I use a foundation that's full coverage and I usually powder it and use a strong mattifier, it won't crease, and not crease, it won't leave a line of demarcation from my glasses. But this did do that. I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe I'm not zoomed in enough. I feel like I can't speak today. I feel like I'm not zoomed in enough for you guys to see the lines, and if you can't see it, that's a good thing. But like I said, I had my glasses pushed up. It wasn't resting on my cheek like it usually does, so that's also something to consider. Okay.